Fate and the Norns. Perhaps the best place to start a mythological exploration of the runes is with the giant tree known as Yggdrasil. This tree, usually said to be an ash tree, but believed by some scholars to be a yew, is at the center of the universe and holds the 9 worlds of the Norse cosmology together in its roots and branches. Through Yggdrasil, all things are connected, and it is often referred to as the World Tree. At the bottom of Yggdrasil is the Well of Erd, also known as the Well of Fate, a bottomless pool where the gods are said to meet to hold their daily meetings. Also present at this well are the Norns, female beings from the realm of the giants called Jotnar. The Norns tend to Yggdrasil by protecting its roots and watering it with the sacred water from the Well of Erd. The Norns are said to weave the tapestry of fate that all human beings and gods are intertwined within. More than any other beings in Norse mythology, the Norns influence over the course of events large and small as they spin, weave, and sever the threads of fate. In addition to their weaving, they also carve into the trunks of Yggdrasil runes. The meaning or intentions of the runes are carried up through the trunk and into the branches, and might affect everything within the 9 worlds that reside there, including Midgard, the world of human beings. This role in shaping the destiny of the universe belongs to the 3 named Norns, Erd, Verdandi, and Skuld, who are said to be sisters. There are other Norns, without the capital N, who are said to arrive at birth of each human to influence or to weave their fate, often associated with Disir, honored mother. The names of the Norns from the Old Norse translate roughly to concepts of past, present, and future. Erd, the eldest sister, represents what once was. Verdandi, the middle sister, represents what is coming into being. And Skuld, the youngest, represents what shall be. It seems likely that the use of runes for divination is at least partly due to their connection with the Norns, the weavers of fate and the mythical embodiments of time. However, the concepts of fate and time in Norse cosmology are not quite the same as the way we typically define them in modern culture, and this is important to understand when working divination with the runes. When it comes to time, the Norse conception is cyclical. It is always in the process of renewal, rather than being strictly linear. As the present fades into the past, it becomes the new past, which means that the past never stays the same. Similarly, what happens in the present affects the future. The future does not exist independently of either past or present. A slightly different set of translations for the names of the Norns illustrates this idea. That which is, Erd, that which is becoming, Verdandi, and that which should be, Skuld. Should be is not the same thing as will be, for the future is never concrete until it is actually the present. In a similar sense, what we call fate is not entirely set in stone, no matter what the Norns have woven into a person's destiny at their birth. Although the Norns are credited in ancient Norse tales with causing both fortunate and tragic circumstances, a person, or a god, could learn to navigate unfolding events and adapt to changing circumstances in order to minimize risk or maximize good fortune. Unlike the ancient Greek concept of fate, where no matter how much gods and mortals tried to avoid it, they always ultimately met their predetermined destiny. The Norse concept allows for the present to affect the future, so while we do not have complete control over everything that happens in our lives, we are not completely helpless to change aspects of fate either. This makes perfect sense when it comes to the reading of the runes. If there were no way to have any effect on future outcomes, then why bother with divination or any other form of magic in the first place?